Troy from him from Texas wants to know, should we be taxing the church? Hi, Troy. How are you?
Hi, guys. It's such a pleasure to talk to two scientists at one time. And hello to both of you. And almost to Dr. Matt. When I heard doctor, I thought, okay, stethoscope, occasional Medicare fraud. But no, you're a real doctor. You're a real scientist. So hooray!
Well, hopefully soon I will be. That's the goal. But yeah, all right. What have you got for us?
I see this comment on various channels all the time, tax the church. And I think that needs a lot more unpacking. Because I know I'm kind of jumping you from ambush here, but if you think about that 5 more seconds, if you tax the church, wouldn't you have to tax the Doctors Without Borders and the AFA?
Yes.
And yeah, I think we just need to make the church reveal its financial records like we do with every other 501c3 organization.
I am totally on board with you, Troy.
Yeah, I think this is just going to be us nodding along. Because I think that if a church is doing particularly charity work or is doing exactly what they say they are, then they deserve the same charity status as anyone else. So my only requirement that I was going to bring up until I was beaten to the punch by, well, everyone else here, is that we just need more transparency.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been saying
if
this for
they're doing, if they're engaging activity that isn't charity based, if they say supporting, I know more of an issue for America than it is for my country, supporting say political candidates or running say businesses on the side, which some of them do. You think of some of the mega churches over in America that do scare me in some senses. Then
so.
Yes, those activities should be exempt. So I think overall, you need more transparency, and then within that, you can then start to pick apart. Overall, I have never just been like, oh, we should just flat up tax all the churches the same, because, yeah, it's a good point. You have to probably tax a lot of charities at the same time to keep the system equitable. And I think that no, if they're doing actual charity work or they're doing exactly what they say, that's fine. But if they're doing business activities or political activities, then yeah, they should be treated as any other organization.
I will go one step a little bit farther, though. I do think that individuals within the church should be paying income tax. So a minister or a priest should be paying income tax. I do believe that. Just like if I was the CEO of Doctors Without Borders, I would be paying income tax on my salary from that.
Yeah, and I think that would we go a long way to some of the mega pastors as well, the mega church pastors. There's a few that come to mind whose names I would feel almost dirty saying. For those who get the reference, I don't think we need more people who want private jets because they don't want to fly in a tube full of demons.
Mm-hmm. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. Income earned from church work is subject to income tax, is it not?
I am not positive that ministers and priests pay income tax. I'm really not positive about that.
My financial background is not with the American system, so
I don't think they do.
We have hundreds of listeners. Maybe somebody can clear us up on that, because pretty sure they do. Now, here's one more. Here's my complaint with that. Tax the church, yes, fine, but they don't think what the unintended consequences of that would be. In the same way that people say, oh, free energy, that would save the world, that would be great. No, it would crash the fucking economy in a week. If energy was free, we'd be back to the dark ages in a year.
Well, I guess that also goes back to the point of there'd be nothing would be entirely free. That money would still have to come from somewhere. So it's, I guess, about how you set it up and the nuances. I'm in agreement that I don't think we can just make energy free overnight, but I think we could probably do a lot more to make it more affordable. And as a physicist, my main background is to keep research going so we can be more efficient in setting up energy generation. So I just little plug about that.
I did just look it up, and they do pay income tax. They don't. They don't get Social Security benefits deducted normally, like most people would from their job. They do have to pay that individually at the end of the year, though. So, which I have to do too. It's called self-employment tax.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I learned something.
Yes. Okay. Well, I guess, and I'll get off the line now. But my point on this call is not thinking even one step ahead of what you're espousing as a good idea. Just look at the possible unintended consequences. Think for 5 seconds on what that would mean.
I have no problems with that. I would argue that whenever you're looking at an issue, particularly one that has the potential to be a bit controversial, you should always take a step back. It's always about the big picture. How does it fit in the overall one? And so if I was trying to communicate generally about, say, critical thinking or anything, it's about the framework which you would put ideas on. How do you view everything as a whole? I don't think it would be my life's goal, even as I try and become a science communicator, to teach people to understand the intricacies of, say, quantum mechanics or astronomy. That's not the main goal. My main goal would to teach an appreciation of how that works and critical thinking so that people can at least make their own decisions and make them in an informed way. And part of that would involve taking that step back and having a look at how does this decision fit in the big picture. And so that's both short and long term. And I think we would have a lot less problems if everyone had access to a decent level of education in that sense.
That would be nice. And Matt, before I go, thank you for the nod to The Simpsons. Do you recognize my username, Troy McClure?
Now that you bring it up.
Hi, I'm Troy McClure.
I didn't pick it. I didn't pick it.
Let me do my one joke that I have for this. I'm Troy McClure, star of such pseudoscience documentaries as Was Einstein Part Bigfoot and Noah's Flood or God Just Spitting on Us?
That's awesome.
Okay, guys. Hey, thanks. It's so good to talk to two scientists. Oh, happy Pi yesterday.
Oh, Pi is just
Pi Day.
That's just something that big math is putting on us to sell more numbers.
I think I think the aliens just made up Pi to confuse us.
It could be.
Okay, I'll let you go. Thanks so much for a great conversation. And Kelley, didn't you just have a birthday?
In February I did, yes.
Oh, well, I totally got that wrong. Anyway, thanks, guys, for the great work. Keep doing science.
Thank you. Thanks for calling in again. I appreciate it.